Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 24th through the 30th. Libra, I don't generally do relationships readings unless they show up, and it looks like one's showing up for you. So we're going to take a look at that. I pulled cards for the shifting energies because we have an eclipse coming up on the 25th here, Tuesday. And I wanted to kind of get a look at that energy. And then we're going to use this 9-card spread to look at the energy of the week and what's going on there. And then we are going to kind of pull cards and take a look as the moon makes its way through the week. So these readings have tended to run a little bit longer. I do want to invite you to join me on Facebook every day if you want to get more into the astrology. And I do a live premiere video every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time zone here in the U.S. with the live chat. If you'd like to connect more, I would love to have you do that. When you guys connect with me, comments and hitting the thumbs up, it really matters to me, and I appreciate that. So you have here the card of the Wolf Moon, Beauty and the Beast, and Artemis of the Forest. I want to look at Artemis of the Forest first. I want you to notice that you have got the buck and the doe there, right? So you have a couple. But it says here, now you are independent and free. Artemis would travel through the woods to protect maidens from being raped, actually, is what she did a lot. So here we have this energy of, it feels though like you're safe and you're protected. See the distance? Look, you got the buck here and the doe here. They're not right on top of each other, and yet the buck is still protecting the doe. He's in the front. He is in the area of position of protecting, but there's space between them. And I think this is going to be a really important part of the message. So now you're independent and free. This is about being in a interdependent relationship as opposed to a codependent relationship, which is much healthier. Here in Beauty and the Beast, it says you need some space in a relationship. Here we've got this, the beast is just like breathing down her neck and she looks really uncomfortable. But here, the doe and the buck, they seem comfortable with a little bit of space. This feels very, ugh. When I look at that, I just want to say, ooh, back off, man. Give me some space. That's what it feels like, right? And then the Wolf Moon says, I will watch over you. So I want to talk about this a little bit. The Wolf Moon is the full moon in Cancer. Generally happens in January. It could happen in December, but generally it's in January. In the winter, the pack spreads out to hunt, and they keep in contact by communicating, right? So they howl a lot at the moon. Not at the moon, but actually they're just connecting with one another. I think a lot of times we think it's at the moon because they can travel and hunt easier by the light of the moon, the more light there is. And so their activity increases because of the moon helping to see with us on the snow and everything. And so what are they communicating while they're communicating? Like, hey, where are you? I'm over here. They're communicating, hey, I'm in trouble over here, need your help. Or, hey, I found food over here. Let's go. I need you guys to come help me get the food. So there's a lot of communication that goes on, and yet they will travel independently. And that's what it feels like. Like there's a need in a relationship to create some space, but to stay connected. Right? To be with each other, but not on top of each other. And that feels like a really important energy here because you feel like there's too much and you're pretty exhausted. And for some of you, it's just, I think that it's outside things that are bothering you that may not necessarily have to do with the relationship, but your partner is wanting so much more of your time than you're able to currently give them because you have a lot of anxieties outside of the relationship. Here we have, for the overall energy, this 9 of Wands, this exhaustion is what it's called. It's overworked. This dude, it looks like he's working in some kind of a factory or something. He looks just completely exhausted. I wonder if I get this close enough so you can see his face. He is tired. You feel tired. You feel drained. You might need more sleep. You feel overworked, overwhelmed, like there's so much going on, and you're not getting good sleep because there's a lot of things that keep going through your mind that are keeping you up at night because you have the Nine of Swords here in the heart space. And so all these things that are not allowing you to rest properly, I think you need to definitely be taking better care of yourself. And in here, we have all swords energy moving forward as you finish this week. And so it's like, I need some space to think. And I don't think it's that you don't want to be in that relationship, but you need some space to think, but you need to stay connected. You need to communicate. You can't say to somebody, hey, oh gosh, hold on a second. I had to work through that energy. I was married to a guy that when he would get a problem at work or something he's trying to figure out or whatever, he would get quiet and silent and sullen. And it didn't have anything to do with me, but I didn't know that. Like, I didn't understand that it didn't have anything to do with me because he would distance himself from me, from everybody, and wouldn't talk and just pulled all his energy in and wouldn't say, hey, I got something I'm thinking about. It's got to do with work. I just need some space. We're fine. Don't worry about it. I still love you. I need to deal with this though. And this is how I'm going to deal with it. I just need to think. He didn't ever communicate that. And so, and I was really young. And so, you know, when he would pull his energy away and I thought it was all about me, right? I was young. And so then the next thing you know, it is about me because now I'm so annoying, right? Because now I'm breathing down his neck going, you know, is something wrong? Is there something right? So there's a need to communicate so you don't create anxiety and unnecessary stress in a relationship. Good communication is going to be key. Good communication is going to be key. They just said it again. Okay. All right. So here we go. It is about your relationship. We got the Four of Wands here up in your thought process. It is about your relationship. It's called participation. There is a need to make sure you stay connected even though you need your space, right? The wolves are howling from a distance, but they're communicating, right? Say you're traveling for business. You got to make sure you're checking in every day. You really do. Like, you know, hey, you know, even if it's the, hey, good morning, I'm on my way to work call, you need to make sure, you know, and hey, good night, I love you, I just had a really busy day and I'm tired, that's fine, but you still got to check in. You can't go for days without communicating with your partner. It creates a lot of stress, nor should you have a partner that doesn't communicate with you. In the area of the heart space, we have this healing card. It is the King of Cups. So it's emotional healing and balance that needs to go on. There's been a real emotional ups and downs that's been draining on you, Libra. And so you need a little space and you should ask for it. The key to the situation here is we have this moon card. It's called past lives in here. And so I feel like a lot of things from your past are coming up. I feel like triggering things. Like things have been triggering you, maybe from your childhood, and you're trying to work through all these anxieties and things that are coming up. And while you're going through this healing process, it's really important that you communicate to your partner that it has nothing to do with them if it has nothing to do with them. If, however, it does, then you need to also be communicating that, because how are you going to get there, right? In the area of the challenges, here we have the courage to push through. That brick wall seems really interesting to me. Well, it's a stone wall. It's like you're being stonewalled and you need to push through. I mean, for you, it could be that your partner's not communicating with you, right? And how do you push through and reconnect again? And the action to take here is the playfulness. This is the Page of Wands. So, communication that is light and easy and breezy and fun. It's not the, oh my God, you never talk to me. It's not the, you need to just leave me alone right now, I'm dealing with something. It's neither of those things, right? It's the, it's the putting the joke on, like, some kind of joke into it, a sincere one, making it fun. It's nurturing on a level, but mostly it's about, you want to be, they're showing me an oasis. The relationship would almost be the oasis in the desert of whatever is going on. And so you want that to be the place that's joy-filled for both of you. So the communications need to be kind, and even if you have a situation that you need to talk about that has to do with the relationship, it needs to be done with love. Okay, it looks like I'm having a little problem with my reception again. All right, so speaking of reception, the way you transform the situation, we have the Queen of Cups, is receptivity. This is opening up to receiving. This is opening up to receiving. Allow yourself to be nurtured. Allow yourself to be healed. Laughter is going to be the best medicine. Joy and happiness here. You don't have to let somebody breathe down your neck all the time. And don't be breathing down someone's neck all the time. But definitely allowing yourself to feel, to share out the love. In the matter of resources, we've got the page. We have the Page of Swords. Do some research. You need to do some research here. The outgoing card here is the Ten of Swords, but it's called the Rebirth. It's the letting something end and then springing back to life and roaring back to life is what I'm hearing. So let's take a look at the energy of the moon as it moves through this. It looks like this is the shifting energy though. So I feel like it's going to be maybe through the whole month of November, but it could be like you have a long-term project, or, say you're in the military and you're being stationed someplace else, temporary duty assignment. So it's like 6 months you're going to be someplace else, or 18 months, or whatever it is. There's a need to make sure that you establish good communication, and that communication is fun and something that everybody looks forward to in order to really make this work. It's an anxious time. I can see this for you. But I think that all that air is energy this week is going to really help you, especially Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But really, there's kind of this nice trine that's going to hold for a little bit here between Saturn and Mars. They really want to encourage you to find the clarity and figure out the way to go. So then the moon moves into Scorpio on Tuesday. And we have that new moon at 6:49 a.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. at 2 degrees of Scorpio. It's never had an eclipse in our written history at 2 degrees. So this is new energy, and it's conjunct Venus, which makes this about reaching out to others and mending fences and ending feuds. And you have here the card of balance and the card of the direction forward. And so in order to move forward, you need to create a balance. Well, there you go, Libra. It's okay to know where you want to go. What's interesting is they're both wearing masks. And when the moon moves into Sagittarius on Thursday, we have the raccoon with a mask. And I think there's some of this is about, it almost feels like it's a mental distance. It doesn't have to be a physical distance, but there's this mental distance, like you're trying to work through a problem and you need a little space to think about it. We have the card of moonlight showing up again when that moon is in Sagittarius. And again, we come back to, this is the key to the situation, your intuition, also protecting the soft underbelly, the heart of the situation, the relationship. Like there's like all this need to create a little bit of space in which to think and move and to figure something out, but staying connected. staying connected to the relationship. But with space. Space is important here. Space is important. And honestly, Thursday has this energy where little quote-unquote petty arguments have come up. But the thing is, if you're triggered, you're triggered. It doesn't seem petty to you. So if something comes up and your partner gets all bent out of shape according to you about something, just remember that to them it's significant and it's important, and so honor and respect that, and don't judge that it's insignificant, they're bent out of shape, that it's just petty. No, to them it's something triggered them and it's important, and the same should be for you. Your partner should respect if something triggers you, that to you it's important, and even though they don't see the significance in it, there is a need to do that, and so creating this balance so that you can figure out the way forward. This also looks to me like it has to do with timing. So this full moon, this new moon, it's starting the new cycle, new energy. And so I think it's going to take some time for everything to complete. The moon in Capricorn, Saturday and Sunday. We also have Mars moving into, Mercury moving into Scorpio on that day. So we've got Scorpio, no, try that again. Venus, Mercury, and the Sun all in Scorpio now. So 2 of the 3 personal planets, and Mars, the other one, is going to station retrograde on Saturday. I'm sorry, one more time, Sunday. I'm sorry. I've been recording. These videos have been very long. So you have the free spirit. You can only change yourself. Now is the time to unleash your free spirit and not try to blend in and be the same as everyone else. There is a need for you to stretch a little, to have a little space in a relationship, but you can stay connected. Nobody's asking you to leave a relationship that you don't want to. All right. Don't know what's up with the internet. All of a sudden it got glitchy. So I would love to see you on Facebook. Come and join me. There is a chance for you, it feels like, to resurrect a part of you and set yourself free to be an individual. But you can stay in a situation where you feel very connected. And also to allow your partner to do that. All right? I hope that was helpful. Would love to hear your comments. You guys take really good care, and I'll see you back here again soon.